I've said in the past that doing any percent runs for more than 4 hours starts to get a little rough. Ooh, Little Viper, thank you so much for the 4 months in a row. The Twitch Prime. Thank you for those Bezos bucks. I appreciate it, man. Was there a new Curb last night? If so, I haven't watched it yet. That'll be my reward for completing a run. Nice, I can't wait. Oh, gotta sneeze. How did I still get that bad while sneezing? Also, I apologize. I tried to turn away from the mic. I was just like, I still got a 132. I closed my eyes and I'm like, I think this is the spot where I mean, all of this is going on in my brain while I'm sneezing, but I'm like, I think this is the spot where the bat is, even though I couldn't see it. I had thought about doing, or what could you accomplish blindfolded in EarthBound? I think it would be impossible. You could do it with the help of chat. I've thought that could be kind of fun. But there's just no indications for where you are, you know, like if you're not talking to an NPC, then you literally could be anywhere, and there's so many things you can get stuck on and stuff. You're gonna do a full blindfolded run? I'd be very hyped to see that. Well, I'm saying I think it would take like a month. Because you'd get into these situations where you'd have to just like walk a step and check. I mean, the best bet would be to try to do a manipulation based on audio cues, at least for the beginning. Yeah, I don't think it would be fun at all. I think you could very easily get the bat, equip it, and go outside, and after that point, the run is over. What is the exchange rate from Stanley Nichols to Shroot Bucks? I don't know, good professor. It's getting tough. I definitely had the best pace ever. I don't think anyone's ever gotten a pace that good going into Winters. But Winters wasted 20 seconds. But that run still was fine. Like, I could have gotten a 46 still. And I had a problem right at the beginning of the meteorite climb. Yeah, the one that was 14 ahead at Graveyard. I've had multiple, like 12, 13 seconds ahead after cliff skips. It's essentially the pace you're going to be on if the cliff skips are perfect. But it's really hard to get a good Graveyard on top of that. Did I count that right? I guess so. But still, the most sad I've been about any run was the run yesterday that was 7 seconds ahead at Jeff Joins and I screwed up the stairs. That's just, you never get on a pace like that. It just doesn't happen. It's so hard for everything to go pretty well. Thanks, Quattro. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bum. But I don't know if, I don't know how I feel anymore about putting all this pressure on me to get this PB today. It would obviously be cooler, and in a sense, for Doc to be able to get it for a while. Especially because I think Sirium and Daniel are the only people to ever have glitchless and any percent at the same time. But like, I've been consistent enough that I feel very confident if I just did like 2 hours of attempts a day, I could eventually get a really good time. But I think it's time for me to lay off the EarthBound for a bit. Like, it would be so different if I had a real job that, like, I had to go to or I'd get fired, you know? But since I can make my own schedule, it's so tempting to just be lazy and play EarthBound all day. Go back to Wave Race, that sounds fun. But I'm like, I just found this sweet time save. I gotta get it, man. Can't be bothered to go work and pay my bills. That was super quick. I've had a bunch of these, man. Like, if you do it enough, you get them. But I'm probably gonna die here. Thank you, Alexander. Ooh, I didn't die. That was gold, too? Maybe I split a little early, but dang. I mean, that makes sense. The second one wasn't first try setup, but the first one was really quick. Holy cow. Well, last time I had this pace, Winters really did me in, but this is gonna actually be better than that pace I said was the best pace ever. Guess if you do enough attempts, man, it'll happen. No pressure though, right? The good pace. "15 seconds ahead." Like, what is happening? The nice thing here is if I just have like a meh Winters that loses 10 seconds, it'll still be a fantastic pace. So that's what we will hope for. Yeah, I don't... I mean, I haven't watched all of Doc's runs, obviously, but I don't think anyone ever got a sub 13 Winters before. I mean, maybe Hannibal did. At least where I split. Alright, here goes. Yeah, she's eating chips. It's very loud, but that's okay. Yeah, you didn't even troll me. What is happening here? Of course I lost that much time there, but this is crazy. Well, I still might have lost 10 seconds. It seemed really good. Alright, well I was dealing with cat problems here. I was worried she was gonna ruin my run. It's still pretty good, Daniel. First try crow, maybe like 6th try first setup, and like 4th try second setup. But then I probably lost like 3-4 seconds on the stupid phone because I'm such a chicken. I don't want to save too low on the phone, even though it really doesn't matter. But I think I'm going to be at least 6 seconds ahead here, which is... talk about pressure, man. It's like my run yesterday. Just breathe, I'll try. I'm not taking any inputs particularly fast here. Gotta hit the stairs though. Part of the problem on the phone in the lab is the sandwich speed though, because I find I often like overshoot and go past the phone. Nice, I'm glad I lost less than a second there. All right, just breathe. Oh my gosh. And thank you, Dirigibles. I got like 5 minutes of mashing now to try to calm down and hope that I don't have that weird RNG3 thing I had last time, maybe. I also lost less than a second there too. Like, a second and a half on those two splits is like fine. I went really fast in my PB because I didn't know how much time the new meteorite manip was gonna lose. God, my arm's getting tired. Gotta rest for a minute. Alright, please, please, please don't let it be the weird RNG3 thing. That would be sad. Alright, here we go. Okay, that could have been way worse. I guess I screwed up a little bit, but that shouldn't lose too much time. Alright. This is it. The moment we've all been waiting for. That could have been so much worse. It's pretty precise where you have to turn on that last path by meteorite. But since I knew that that was a thing, I felt the lag and I immediately despawned it. That is not the correct manip, but if it happens, just do that. here goes. That almost was the end of the run right there. I dropped an input, but thankfully I didn't press A. God, I'm so nervous. Alright, so here's the faster part for people who haven't seen it yet. Alright, phase 3. Come on, do not screw this up, please. This isn't particularly fast. It might not even save 20, but it'll still save quite a bit. Yeah, that phase 2 it's so funny that we never thought about the fact that only one of those freezes is needed for damage. Okay, A, B, B on the next one. The next one's A, B, A, B, A, B. Everyone will die except for Paula. This should hit for 55. Okay, the next one's just a B. This should hit for 108. Okay, this next one should hit for 152, and then it's just a right, up, so like one extra advancement. I took that real slow, but I don't care. I do not want to screw it up. Okay, this one will hit for 376, and then it's ABB, and then it's the Frank prayer. I hope I fixed it a little bit. I still have a chance of getting failed lightning, which wastes a little bit of time, but I'll be aiming for the good prayer instead of the lightning, if that makes sense. So most of the damages are no extra advancements, except 777 is right up, which is also the most common, I'd say. 940 would actually be the best. Okay, so I changed this final prayer a little bit. If it's 1494, instead of 10, I'm doing 12, and then I do 8 on the one after that. So ABB here. Let's go! Yes! I'm a little sad that that one was so slow on Giygas, but I did not want to screw it up. This is more than I could have hoped for. I was regretting my choice of like saying this was the cutoff day, so I'm super happy with this. Thank you guys for sticking around. Man, that was nerve-wracking. Thank you, Hannibal. But like I said, the final split can be done at least 7 seconds faster than that. There was no need for me to go for that this time, but the door is still open for this to be beaten. Thank you, DM. I know, right? I mean, if I hadn't been 15 seconds ahead there, I would have only PB'd by 3 seconds. Man, this was quite the run, though. Will Hawk, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate it. I'm super happy with this. It's possible, maybe it's a 49. I don't think it is, though. Either way, it's not. It doesn't make any difference to me. It's still beatable, but it's not nearly as beatable as it was. God, that was stressful. Although, it may only be able to be 6 seconds faster because I got the worst possible Frank thing and I had rerouted that, and it's more inputs than it was. But what it does is I had like a safe way of dealing with the clone, but that was essentially hoping for the clone, which is not good overall, I wouldn't say. So I changed it where I'm hoping for the good thing, but if it is the clone, then it's still gonna be okay. All right, we did it. Oh, I'm so happy. This was also the second best pace I've ever been on at Jeff Joins. Little disappointed I screwed up the meteorite at the end, but I handled it the best way possible and only lost 4 seconds there. And then I kind of wish I had gone slightly faster on phase 3. Phase 3 is really the big time save. I think phase 1 I'm so used to, I still go pretty fast. And Cave of the Past, I always pretty much do it the same. Although the stupid bat move that I screwed up 2 runs in a row. Also, I was thinking that I could take it slow and be fine on like a pace that was 5-10 seconds behind, but it looks like that wasn't the case either. But either way, I accomplished it. First 46. And another thing, we've talked about it before, Summa Best is like sub 4620 now. But I don't honestly see how a 45 can happen without some big giant discovery. And that includes rerouting the whole thing. That includes maybe even single segment. I think it would be tough to get a 45. So this could be the final minute for any percent, which is also very cool that I'm the first. Also, I have never really been the first for like a minute, like a new goal or anything. I've had world record before, but it was never like... Like, for instance, I beat Daniel by like 10 seconds, but we both had a 104. And then the next time I had record wasn't until I got a 50. And I just missed the sub 50. And then Sirium was the first sub 50. He was also the first 48 and 47. But thanks, iBumps. Man, I'm so happy I didn't choke it. I was so nervous. Will I ever come back to this? Who knows? I mean, if Doc beat it tomorrow, it'd be kind of a bummer, but at least I was the first to get it, and I even did it on my deadline day. Yeah, single segment any percent would be so not fun. Nobody would ever want to run it. I think it would be a cool accomplishment, but I mean, look at how much time I lost on Giygas trying to take it slow. Like, just imagine. Thank you, Dreadnought, by the way. Just imagine getting to Giygas on a single segment run, and then trying to also still go really fast. Back to our roots. Crazy Taxi. So I'm taking a break from streaming for at least a month, probably. I need to work a lot. In terms of EarthBound, I don't know, like, if I do come back, I really don't know what I'll do. Like, I definitely won't ever try to improve this time unless somebody else beats it. Runbound. I submitted my Runbound time to the leaderboards, but it hasn't been updated yet. But I'm kind of, I mean, I guess I'd like to beat the time that Zwei said he got, but there's not even any evidence left of that. Oh, Sirium would have it 10 times, wow. So how many times have I had it? I had the 104, 50, 49, 247s, and this, 46, so that's 6 times. Which is way more than I thought I'd ever have. Thanks, good professor. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And I'm glad I got this done, too. It would have been very disappointing if I just had to call it a day. Tied with Andy, nice. Anytime I can be tied with Andy on something, I'm happy. He's the godfather of the modern glitchless route. Right there is Andy. Aw, thanks, Hunter. You're the best too, man. Definitely a good feeling to set out to accomplish something and actually get it done. Alright, here's time for the photo slideshow, all one photo. Also, shoutouts to my cat, Abby, who almost destroyed the run by walking on the computer and cutting stream or cutting the local recording. You know, I might put this one on YouTube. I never put anything on YouTube, but it would be nice to have. And also, like on Andy's website, he'll have both links to both videos. So, in case something ever happens with the Twitch VOD or something, it's not a bad idea. So yeah, I definitely don't have any command for YouTube. I mean, I've put like 2 things on it. In fact, I should probably get rid of the tutorials I have on there because they're so outdated. If someone stumbles onto it, they're probably gonna be doing more damage than good. Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, you can never say anything's 100% in speedrunning. Obviously, if there was some way found that we could skip going to Winters or something, I mean, then it would shave off minutes and minutes and minutes. It's just Classic James. It should be just Classic James. I only have maybe like 3 or 4 videos on there. That could be 2. Although without the levels from Nightmare, the Giygas fight would be incredibly longer. But seeing as the task still roughly did the same route, you know, and lots of people have looked into it and not found anything. Definitely 46-30 something can happen for sure if people want to take the time to go for it. Even 20 something, that would be like a crazy run. If I had had a perfect winters on top of my cliff skips and graveyard, this could have potentially been a 46-20 something, but I would have still had to go fast on everything too. And it's very stressful to try to go as fast as possible on things that are easy to drop inputs. Like I said, there was one part in the Giygas fight where I wasn't even trying to go fast, and I went to press down to go to freeze on Pooh's menu, and it was still stuck on the Starstorm. So if I had just pressed A like out of muscle memory, the run would have been over. We can check Summa Best now, I guess. 32, so it's 46-18. I've had a couple more golds today. I brought it down another second, I think. I think that the Giygas split, the reason that I have this gold is because I just was curious what the time could be on it. I didn't do the extra inputs on Frank though, so I don't know if I can match it, but I would think that I could at least beat that by another second. But again, like, when you finally get that run on pace, it's so scary to really try to go fast. That's never been something I've been good at, is still trying to go crazy fast even when things, like even when the pace is good. There is a different meteorite that Doc does. I haven't timed out the two. It's the one Hannibal made. It seemed to be tougher at the end. I kind of messed around with it once, but I haven't timed out the difference. It's possible it's like 2 seconds faster than mine, on top of the time I lost to screwing up my own. And also, it's kind of cool because I really haven't contributed much in terms of routing any percent. I've always just taken other people's work and kind of ran with it. But I did come up with that phase 2 and 3 on my own. Although, credit where credit is due, I was actually thinking about learning Mother 2 any percent because I didn't have too many thoughts of improving my 4708. And I noticed that Octopus Gal and his any percent for Mother 2 wasn't getting solidifies on phase 2. He was just doing smashes with empty turns, and I was like, wait a minute, do we not need the freezes? And then I went and looked, and I'm like, well, yeah, we only do one freeze on phase 1, so we should only need to do one on phase 2 as well. And then I real quick routed it out, which is not hard with the Gutsy Bat, thankfully. And it saved a lot of time, and I was like, whoa. And then I kind of stumbled into a small time save on phase 3 as well with Pooh and Ness dying. That's probably only a couple seconds though, honestly. It would be better if it was on the first turn of the phase, but there's nothing close enough in the RNG string to really seem worth it. But yeah, what a run. I really didn't think I could have a run that was green the whole time. I was fully expecting to be like 5-10 seconds behind going into Giygas and just hope for the time save.